A TV anchor, morning show host in St. Louis has resigned following a tweet that drew a great deal of criticism. His name is Jamie Allman, and apparently he had tweeted in response to David Hogg and his work in pushing for gun control. Now, the tweet in question said the following: "When we kick their ass, they all like to claim we're drunk. I've been hanging out getting ready to ram a hot poker up David Hogg's ass tomorrow. Busy working, preparing." So he had tweeted that on March 26th, and it wasn't until recently that it was reported that he resigned. Apparently, the news show that he was working for, KDNL, an ABC affiliate in St. Louis, decided to cancel his news program. He apparently is a host of a radio show, but the radio network is not disclosing whether or not he will continue working for them. But the fact that he went after David Hogg in that way is so despicable, especially considering the fact that he's a minor, especially considering the fact that he just experienced something so traumatic with his friends and educators getting gunned down before his very eyes. And just because he wants to change the laws in order to protect people in the future, you have a Sinclair employed anchor going after him like this, and it's disgusting. So I'm glad that he was forced to resign.
Sinclair spokesperson said his show is canceled and he's off the air immediately. So that's the right move by Sinclair. But what they should have told him is, look, we do our propaganda a little bit more subtle. So you're not supposed to go and talk about ramming things up people's ass. You're supposed to do that metaphorically while pretending not to, while pretending to be in favor of news. So they put all these conservative commentators on air, not by accident, but on purpose. That's why they have Boris Epshteyn and Sebastian Gorka and all these loathsome characters. So as long as you don't use foul language and use imagery that seems to cross a line, Sinclair will let you do it. But you were just so dumb or drunk. I don't know why he mentioned the drunk thing. When do we ever accuse them of being drunk other than when you asked us to in this case, right?
I mean, now I think that he's drunk all of a
sudden.
Yeah,
all of a sudden. It's like, it reminds me of Christine O'Donnell when she did that ad, the Senate candidate in Delaware. Started with, "I am not a witch." We're like, why, are you a witch? So they're going to accuse me of being drunk, but I'll tell you something about it that's really inappropriate. Okay, well, I don't care whether he was drunk or not. He not only is a bad guy who says terrible things like that about a high school student who survived a massacre, but some of his friends didn't. He's also so stupid that he says them publicly and gets fired for it.
Right, and by the way, why did it take so long for him to be forced to resign? It wasn't until a number of advertisers pulled out of his program. And
yeah,
it's their decision to pull out of programs if they don't agree with the messaging on those shows. And to be quite honest with you, talking about sexually assaulting a minor with a hot poker probably wouldn't turn a lot of advertisers on, probably turns them off.
Yeah, and so that's a great point by Anna. It's not like there was moral outrage by the station immediately. There was only the outrage after it cost them a lot of money. Then all of a sudden, right, wait, that is quite offensive, isn't it? Well, I do declare, I agree with my advertisers who pay me that it is offensive, and you're now removed. So that's how things really went down. One of the advertisers that pulled out was Ruth Chris Steakhouse, which made me think, Ruth Chris Steakhouse.
I know, me too.
If you become a member of the Young Turks, you'll be saying,
you know, I'm like a smart person.
So do it right now, tytnetwork.com/join. Get the whole Young Turks show every day.